Hey, everybody on YouTube. This is the top 5 Mafia list countdown. I'm here with Johnny Donuts, Caps, the host of the Mostest, 5 for Talking. He's the captain of everything we do. Johnny Donuts, you want to plug your stuff real quick?
Yep, JohnnyDonuts777 on my YouTube and my Instagram. Easy to remember. JohnnyDonuts37. That's all. Stuff will be in the bio anyway.
Caps, you can find him at your local espresso bar. So that's where he'll be. Yeah.
Salud.
We're going to go through our list here, our top 5 Mafia movies. So I didn't really specify on it. Like, I would have preferred to keep it as more traditional Mafia movies. But, like, if you have, like, a gangster movie in there at some point, like, I'm not going to be upset about it.
Mine are all Mafia. I got all 5 Mafia movies.
Yeah, me too. So just for the fans. So why don't we start off here with number 5? So we'll go 1 1 5 5 5 4 4 4. Caps, tell us your number 5.
Yeah, mine kind of like stretch between like gangster movies and all that stuff. So my number 5 is Untouchables. Just loved it as a kid. I know it's kind of cheesy at moments, but like I grew up on it and it was just cool. Just like the way it looked and all that stuff. I don't want to get into.
I think you and I might have this.
The same list?
I think so, because that's my number 5 as well.
Okay, so that's good. See that. If you have the same number as somebody, that's good. So you were going to go next anyways. And I think Untouchables is not I think that's a fair thing to put in, because we were talking about cops earlier in movies. But that movie is a Mafia movie, but seen from the other side. And I think that's a cool perspective. So, yeah. My number 5 is Once Upon a Time in America. So I'm living where Sergio Leone is probably my favorite director. So, yeah, take it.
Nice.
All right, number 4, Caps.
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. See, that's another all move. Well, actually, he's part of the Mafia, kind of. So.
Yeah, but Al Pacino's character is part of the Mafia.
Yeah. So, I was gonna say that one's like from the other side too, but it's not really, because he's actually in it. So yeah, that's good.
All Mafia movies are going to involve cops somehow, right?
Yeah, that's true. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is The Departed.
Okay, Departed was on my honorable mentions.
Yeah,
so,
no, number 4, The Departed is mine. Love the city of Boston, and to see a Mafia movie, which is the Irish Mob, not take place in either New York or Las Vegas, it was a good change of pace.
Yeah, that's
for me at least.
That's actually a good point there. My number 4 is The Irishman. I absolutely love that movie. I don't care how long it is. I will watch it again right now. That just quickly, you got 2 performances, like career performances, out of guys who are up there in the greatest actors of all time. So I'll take that.
And to add to your point real quick, Ray Romano in that film was fantastic.
I think it's just over the fact that we haven't seen a good Mafia movie in so long.
I think that
we're just so excited to see this, and yeah.
I mean, Black Mass was okay. Yeah. Is that what it was called? The Johnny Depp one? Yeah, Black Mass.
Yeah, Black Mass.
Okay, go ahead, Caps.
Johnny Donuts, your 4 is my number 3.
Okay.
The Departed. Like, I enjoyed this movie when it came out, but in recent years, I really grown to love this movie. It's just so unpredictable. Obviously, after watching it so many times, you know what happens. But it's just. It was such a great scorsese.
And there's a great twist at halfway.
So many.
Yeah. But it was. If you like that, I don't know if you watched when it's based off. I think it's a Hong Kong film called Infernal Affairs.
Infernal Affairs.
Yeah, go watch that too. That's really good.
Honestly, that is pretty good movie.
Yeah,
there's a reason they remade it. For sure.
So definitely go watch that. Yeah. My number 4, it's part of a trilogy, and I'm going with my number 3. It's the original Godfather, and my number 3.
Ooh, too low.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'm going number 3 here. I'm going Goodfellas. I think my reasoning, I don't even need a reason. It's maybe the best Martin Scorsese movie ever, and it's probably one of the most rewatchable movies that exists. Like, you can watch a movie 100 times and you will never be like upset about it. So Caps, number 2.
Second Godfather.
Godfather 2.
Yep.
All right, I'll take that.
That's mine as well.
All right, you're both wrong. My number 2 is The Godfather. Great movie. Marlon Brando. All right, Caps, number 1.
The original Godfather. That's probably one of my favorite movies ever.
So I'm going to assume that yours is Goodfellas.
Mine is Goodfellas number 1, yeah.
Okay,
I have that movie memorized inside out.
My number 1 is arguably what I think is the best movie ever made in the history of movies, is The Godfather 2. I think it took everything the first one did and it did it better, in my opinion. It's a little bit long. But yeah, so
it's better.
It's so good though.
Well,
see, with me, my 1, 2, 3s, it's basically 1A, 1B, 1C. They're not in you know what I mean? Like those 3 movies are just like they are the top 3 films for me, and they're interchangeable. So that's why it's 1, 2, 3.
Fair.
I just had to put them in there.
We'll open the floor here for discussion. So if everyone just wanted to stay for the list, thank you for watching. But we're gonna go right into discussions now. So what did you have for honorable mentions, Caps? Because I know you said you had a bunch of honorable mentions.
Yeah, first of all, like I was going to consider putting Godfather 1 and 2 as my top pick, and then I was going to do that, but then it's just I just love the first one so much. Honorable mentions, I have like quite a few actually. It is Goodfellas, Casino.
I'm surprised Goodfellas didn't make your list.
I know. I've grown out of it. Like I've seen it so many times. It's fallen off my list a little bit. It's still a great movie by all means, but it's just I just like these other movies so much more. Goodfellas, Casino, American Gangster, Irishman, Eastern Promises.
Yeah, that's on mine.
Yep.
That's a good one. Yeah.
I put Boys in the Hood on this.
I mean, I'm not counting that,
but it's a gangster. I guess I like it kind of falls out for me a little bit.
I mean, you can totally have an entire list of just
a gang
movies of gang movies that you could do. We could do another whole episode just on that.
Yeah, and I got Public Enemies.
I got a few of those too.
Those are my honorable mentions.
You want to drop a few?
Yeah, Casino is definitely on there for sure. Is one of them. A Bronx Tale is another one that it was a toss up. If I had to do The Godfather, as one film, like 1 and 2 in one spot, I would have put Bronx Tale on my top 5 as well. Such a fantastic movie. It's all like it's well written. For once, De Niro's not the mob boss. He's actually trying to keep his kid out of the mob. So
he's a priest, right? Is he a priest?
No, he's a bus driver.
Oh yeah, a bus driver. That's right. Sorry, I forget that movie all the time. It used to play so often.
Mushmouth.
Yeah, that's a solid movie. So for my honorable mentions, a bunch of mine are already on those lists that you guys said. So I'll just name some that I like that people should watch. Miller's Crossing is a fantastic movie. Early Coen brothers. Sorry, I have my thing closed here. Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks. That movie is really good, based on a comic book. Mean Streets, Martin Scorsese's like first big thing there with Robert De Niro. Kill the Irishman. If you've never seen Kill the Irishman, it's a great movie based on a true story about a mafia enforcer in Cleveland that becomes like he takes over and starts like running against the mafia to like take them out. Gotti. I know not everyone likes that. It's a decent watch, man. I have a Bronx Tale here. That's a good one. That's about it. King of New York.
Chinatown was another one I really
Chinatown.
Liked. Yeah.
I would throw that more in a noir category, but I still can't disagree with you. It's a great movie.
It's a great film. Yeah.
Gotti, that's Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito, right?
No. That's Hoffa.
That's Hoffa. Sorry.
Yeah, that's Hoffa. That's also a pretty good movie. No, Gotti's with oh my god, what's his name?
Travolta?
No.
Is that the latest one that came out?
Yeah, but that's it. Gotti, the original Gotti was an HBO special, like movie, like basically a made for TV movie. Here, I'll look up who was in it for you.
The 96 version. I got it here.
Yeah, okay.
I have it up here. It was Asante, William Forsythe, Armand Asante. Anthony Quinn was in it. Frankie Vincent.
It's like all the usual suspects for the background
Yeah.
people of mafia movies, and it's
Right.
basically just about him going to jail and him getting out of jail and him being untouchable. It's a pretty good movie because it's based on a true story. So, I mean,
know
crazy.
that one was good. Yeah,
just like throwing out ones you can watch. Miller's Crossing is super underrated. It does not get any respect at all. Another one that's not really a mafia movie, but it kind of falls into that category is Sleepers with Brad Pitt and like Kevin Bacon and stuff.
It's been a while since I watched that one.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent one. And Casino for me, I want to talk about Casino. So
sure,
if we're gonna talk about pure, like unfiltered, just mafia movies, like in the purest form, Bugsy is a good one. That I believe Casino would be high up on my list. Like it's probably in my top 10 because there's not a lot of options to choose from, and overall it's a good movie. But I think in the grand pantheon of Scorsese movies, Casino is so overrated. It's not even remotely one of his best movies. Like not even close. Like it's a good movie, but it's so not. It's like just him doing what he did in Goodfellas again because everyone liked that.
Yeah, you could have renamed it Goodfellas too, but
yeah,
it did feel like a rehash. It's because they're both based on true stories. I've noticed with Scorsese lately, he's doing a lot of based on true story type of like a mob films with. But yeah, I agree with you on that point with Casino. It's a good movie. I don't think, like you said, it's one of Scorsese's best.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Like you can't deny it.
Yeah.
But like on a list on the scale of mafia movies, it's going to be at the top no matter what because there's not a lot to choose from, right? But yeah, I think also The Irishman. I want to talk about that for a second. Neither one of you had The Irishman.
That was a close as well.
You got Pesci out of retirement to give the best performance he's given since like My Cousin Vinny or Marv. I mean, not Marv. Harry. Goodfellas, Casino. But he came back and he gave it. And then Al Pacino's been in the dirt for years. And so has Robert De Niro. Like they have not had really good performances. And you pulled out like some of Al Pacino is so good in The Irishman that I was convinced he was going to win Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, they've done a lot of with Pacino and De Niro. On your point there, they've done a lot of shitty comedies lately, like really bad movies.
Even the dramas, it's like they'll take anything that they get money given to them, and it kind of diminished. Like for Pacino, it's been a pretty downhill spiral since like Heat. For De Niro, he's been steady a little bit more, and even in those bad movies, he's still all right. Like actually, Pacino was actually pretty good in Jack and Jill, even though that movie's terrible. But I
do recall that one movie that Pacino and De Niro made, like late 2000s. Can't remember the title of the movie.
Was it Copland?
It was not Copland.
No. It's like Copland. It's called
thinking like Righteous something. No,
Righteous Kill.
The Righteous Kill.
Yeah, Copland was Stallone.
Yeah. I was gonna say 88 Minutes, but that's a different movie.
Yeah.
But I was just going back to The Irishman. Like Joe Pesci's character, totally different from the other Scorsese films that he did. Like it was something different that you see.
It takes the sort of witty dialogue and playfulness a little bit of the characters from Goodfellas, but the movie feels much more like The Godfather, the way it's paced out and it's serious and it's like more about the actual mafia, where Goodfellas is more about those characters and what they're doing at that time rather than like diving deep into like the actual mafia. Like look at the stuff, the JFK thing, all the union stuff. Like they really shows you like what the mafia was doing at that time rather than just what those characters were specifically doing.
Yeah. And with touching on your point with Joe Pesci there, and Joe Pesci's always been known for those loud, flamboyant characters, those outlandish characters, and he was super subdued in this film. He was calm,
and he's frightening. Like the way he's so calm, but like everyone is so scared of him is like so scary to me because he never looks like the guy that's going to kill you, but the way he acts is like it makes it worse because you never know when he's going to be the one that kills you, right? And like same with Frank Sheeran, like the way Robert De Niro played that, it's like this guy will literally kill all of you right now, but he's just like, cool, let's go for a ride in the car.
Yeah. What was the saying in the movie? Pesci's saying in the movie? It's what it is.
It is what it is.
It's I think something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't even remember. All I know is that he paints houses
Because
he's a
that's
good
what
painter, obviously.
Yeah.
It kind of indicated that Pesci was next in terms. Pesci's character was next once he said what he said to him.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's what it is.
With Hoffa, when they're gonna kill Hoffa.
Yeah.
And he tells De Niro, he's like, it is what it is. And then he goes back and tells him, he's like, it is what it is, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's fantastic. Yeah, I think you're right. I agree. Joe Pesci put in the performance of a lifetime in that.
Yeah, and it's like, it was crazy to me, first of all, that you got nothing for De Niro or Pesci. Like, well, he got nominated, but Al Pacino was looking like the front runner to win. He's so good, dude. Like, I know it's such a stereotype of Al Pacino to just be screaming all the time, but like he is so like intense in that movie and doesn't take shit from anybody. And then even when they go to meet the guys, oh wow, we're already out of time. When we go to meet the guys from that he has beef with, and they are like trying to work it out, like that, it's just really good. So let's
that scene in the retirement home in Florida, yeah, so good.
Let's just jump into something else here. Godfather 2. Why isn't Godfather 2 first on anyone's list here? Okay,
because Godfather 1 is better.
It's not.
No, I agree. Godfather 2, I agree with that. That the Godfather, it tells a better story. I like how they tell the parallel stories of Michael's rise and Vito Corleone's rise. They parallel each other, where even though they go on different paths, it's both showing their rise to power in their respective families. So
De Niro is so good in that movie. The first time I watched it, I couldn't believe how good he was. Like, it was like it completely changed my entire like perspective on movies. I've seen Robert De Niro in movies before, and then I saw him in that, and I was like, whoa. And Al Pacino's great in it. What's his name? Not Gene Hackman.
Robert Duvall.
He's fantastic. It's just such a well-rounded movie between the actors and the characters. And what's his name? Jim Caviezel? No, that's the guy that played Jesus. Anyways, everything about that movie is just so well put together. And it does run a little bit long. Like, it's never bad. I never feel like, oh, it's a bad movie. But it does run a little bit long. Godfather feels a little tighter.
I think with the Godfather 2, it's because it's telling two different stories. I don't mind the fact that it's a little longer. Like, usually when they air it, if it's aired on TV, they'll air it in two parts. They won't air it all at once unless you're watching it like from an HBO or something. But it's fantastic. Like I said, my 1, 2, 3, it's 1A, 1B, 1C. They're all interchangeable. So my top 3 really is all my number ones. I can't really choose between those 3 films.
Yeah. I think the second one was more of a Francis Ford Coppola film than the first one, because the first one is based on the book, obviously, but the second one that has elements of the book, but Francis Ford Coppola relied more on imagery and subtleties. Like, for example, the
he has it right there.
Oh yeah, I got it too. Seriously,
yeah, man. I have a copy as well.
What was the mob boss that De Niro kills in the second movie?
I think it was his name was Andolini.
Yeah,
Vito's name was Andolini. I forgot the.
Oh my God. Si nomo è Vito Andolini, and he stabs him
and he stabs him.
Yeah, but those subtle things that he does before the kill, like the rearranging of the lights, and those things like that. It's just a lot. There's a lot more Francis Ford Coppola in this film than there was in the first one.
I 100% agree. And if you really watch the first one, the camera work and like the way things happen looks kind of sloppy. When Sonny gets killed, it happens so fast, like they put the movie on fast forward or something, and it's just like a big mashup. In the second one, everything's so like meticulously like played out, and it just looks better.
In the second one, when he puts out the hit on everybody, it's so scene by scene.
Yes, it's like perfect.
Even the end of the first one with the hits, it seemed a little bit rushed when they kill off all the family heads.
And you never get a point in the first one, like when he's gonna kill Fredo and he gives him the kiss, and he's like, what does he say? Like,
I know it was you. You broke my heart.
Yeah, you broke my heart. And I'm like, oh my God.
I guess what I'm trying to say is
that broke my heart, Fredo.
Sorry. I guess what I'm trying to say is the second one really took its time. That's, I guess. By the way, Don Fanucci.
Wow.
That's the guy.
Don Fanucci, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
It just came to me.
So we basically went over most of that. Do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about? Like from your movies?
No, like, I mean, I'm curious, Caps, what's your reasoning behind, I want to touch on Untouchables a little bit. What's the reasoning behind your pick as well as mine?
It just, like, I know it doesn't follow that formula of mob movies, but it's just something different. I like the look of it. You know, Chicago looks really good in it. I can't remember who directed the film. I think it was the same director that did.
It's
he's the same one that did Scarface.
Yeah.
Scarface. Wow, I totally forgot about that.
Technically,
movie.
not a mob.
That's not
movie,
a mafia movie, and also it's completely overrated. Continue.
Yeah, I feel the same way about Untouchables, though. I like the fact that it tells the story from the other side, and Sean Connery puts a fantastic
I was just
performance
gonna say
in
that. He's
he puts a fantastic performance in that film, and the fact, and even De Niro as Al Capone, that
the small scenes that he has are amazing.
That's what really got me watching Costner films. Like, ever since Untouchables, I've become a Costner fan. Like, it's
Andy Garcia's really good too.
Yes, Garcia's in that film.
It's a pretty stacked cast.
Yeah.
And I had that at number 10 on my list. And my number 6 was Departed, which you guys both had. My reasoning for that I have Departed back is Departed is good as it is, and I love Jack Nicholson. He's one of the greatest actors of all time, along with Pacino and De Niro.
Yeah.
The movie hinges too much on the twists. Like, and then at the end, it's just like twist, and you're like, what? Like, it gives you, it's not that it's bad, it gives you no time to breathe. You're just like, okay, how do I process this? Like, I don't even understand. It took me until like the credits before I was like, oh, that's what happened. Because like
I'll be honest,
it's so fast, and you're like, what?
It took me a few watches before I kind of put it all together.
Yeah, and
especially that end scene.
Yeah,
the final scene with was it Wahlberg? Was it Wahlberg?
Yeah, Wahlberg. And it's a really good movie. It's a very well done movie. Like I said, it's very close to making mine. It spends too much time building up to these twists that, like, if the twists aren't there, the movie's not nearly as good. Right? But yeah. They did take most of it from another good movie. So it's kind of like when you put Scorsese with all those good actors, other than Wahlberg, but you had Martin Sheen, you have DiCaprio, you have all those guys.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, and
he was surprisingly good.
And you have good source material, you're not going to fail. It's not going to be a failure. Yeah. Like, it's rare to have a bad Scorsese movie.
Who's the woman in the, I know she does a show on her own, but who's the woman in that film?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember a woman.
Where are we?
He'll find it.
Yeah.
That's funny that you
she was
that.
She was really good in that film too. Yeah.
She was Norman Bates' mom there.
Oh, exactly, it's Vera Farmiga?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was her. Wow.
Yeah, that was Vera Farmiga. Yeah, she had black hair in the film, though. That's why. Normally she's blonde.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg was hilarious in this movie. I have to say.
Yeah. Oh my god, the part where what's the thing that he says to him in the station? Oh my god,
that whole sort of conversation with Alec
Baldwin. Yeah. And surprisingly, Anthony Anderson's in the film too, right?
Yeah. He's actually good in his little bits that he has.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh my god, I gotta find what he says in that movie. Fuck.
No, but Campo, so you asked me a question before as to why I picked Godfather 1 over Godfather 2, and I think the only thing that it can come down to for me personally is Marlon Brando.
Oh, yeah.
I think he was it for me. Like, when I see him on the screen, it's like he draws you in.
His charisma is something
but like
else.
De Niro was arguably as good, if not better, than Brando.
Arguably.
Yeah, anyways, here I found what he says. He's like, maybe not, maybe fuck you.
Yeah.
No, but Godfather, my favorite line in Godfather 1 is when Fontaine is crying towards him to him at the wedding, and he's like, he slaps him across. You can act like a man.
That was that was not planned when he slapped him. Apparently,
no, that was all ad lib too. He like smacks him. You can act like a man.
I don't think anything's ever planned when you have Marlon Brando on your set. Look at Apocalypse Now, also great movie by Coppola.
Yeah.
It's so funny. They had a sort of a reunion with some of the cast members. And,
I saw that.
And they asked him, like, what's your favorite line in the movie? And, you know, the obvious choice, you know.
Better figure it out. You got 30 seconds here, bud.
I know. I got 30 seconds. Make an offer you can't refuse. Fredo, you, gosh.
Well, that's it. Thank you for watching.
You guys know the lines anyway.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Yeah, they massacred my boy. Sleeps with the Fishes. Thank you for watching, guys. Remember to sleep with the fishes and like, comment, subscribe.